Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Here today, we are going to do... Oh, wait, my mom wants to say something.
Well, we're going to do day 22, but I want to just catch everybody up to where we were because it's been a while since we've been able to do this this daily devotion. But we're going to go... Sorry. Okay, so we are going to go back to day 20 and 21. Okay. So Jacob steals Esau's blessing, right? Do you remember that? The two brothers. And Esau was supposed to get the blessings, but then Jacob stole his blessings. So then Jacob dreams at Bethel. So after Esau lost his blessings, he wanted to kill Jacob. Mm-hmm. Rebekah heard of this, and he said, Jacob, hurry to your uncle Laban's. Jacob rushed away. And then all he carried was his walking stick. At Bethel, he lay down to sleep on a stone. In a dream, he saw a ladder of angels on it. God blessed him, saying, I'm your father's God. This land is yours and your children's. The world will be blessed because of your family. So he said that to Jacob. So when Jacob woke up, he knew that that was God's house. And he knew that that's where he had to stay.
Turn the camera up, it gets way down. Like, I want to interrupt you. So now we're at day
22. So now remember, Jacob had just dreamt about that this is where God wanted him to be. So now we're going to read about Jacob's marriage.
Okay. So day 22, Jacob's marriage. Jacob traveled to the city of Haran, something like that. There he found the same well where Eliezer met his mother Rebekah. The young man herded her sheep to the well for water. This was Rachel, the daughter of Jacob's uncle Laban. Jacob was so happy to meet her that he wept, and he fell in love with Rachel. There, Laban welcomed Jacob into his house. Soon, Jacob told Laban, I'll work 7 years to marry Rachel. Laban replied, better that Rachel marry you than a stranger. 7 years passed. It seemed like only days to Jacob because he loved Rachel so. The day of the wedding came. The bride wore a thick veil, but had married Leah, Rachel's older sister. But when Jacob lifted the veil, it wasn't Rachel. Jacob had married Leah, Rachel's older sister. Jacob didn't love her. He'd been cheating cheated because Laban wanted the older sister married first. Then Jacob worked 7 more years for Laban. Finally, he married Rachel. In those times, men often had 2 wives. Jacob lived with Laban 21 years. He had 11 sons there. Only one named Joseph was Rachel's son. Jacob loved him best. Question: Why did Jacob work 7 years for Laban? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. They forgot so he could marry Rachel? You're correct. Next question. How did Laban cheat Jacob? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It forgot because he wanted to marry Rachel, but instead he cheated Jacob because he switched into Rachel's other older sister. But then he had to work 7 more years. Go ahead. Is there anything you want to say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what we're talking about is Jacob fell in love with Rachel and he wanted to marry her. So he goes to her father and says, I will work for you for 7 years if I can marry your daughter. So he had said okay. So he worked for him for 7 years, and then the day of their wedding, a bride, when they get married, they have a veil over their head. So it's kind of like a sheet, so you can't see their face.
It's like when they come and they have like a little like clear sheet, but this time it wasn't really clear, pretty much.
Yeah. So when he lifted the veil up over her head, he seen that it wasn't Rachel. It was her older sister Leah. But the father wanted the older sister to be married first, so that's how he cheated him. He tricked him. So after he married Leah, he says, okay, I will work for you for 7 more years if I can marry Rachel. So he had to work for 14 years
to marry a person, to marry Rachel.
So so he had 11 children, and one of them, so he had 10 with Leah, and then he had one child with Rachel, and that was.
Oh, me? Oh, Joseph.
That's right. And that was his favorite son, Joseph. So we're going to find out what happens next with the brothers, hopefully in our next study. Okay. So thank you for this evening. Thank you for reading to us, Aiden. I look forward to tomorrow.
If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, please subscribe. Bye, everybody. God bless.